Hello, welcome to the bass lick in every key series. In this series we are taking one lick or one part groove and running it through all 12 keys. It's a great way to truly master it, building your technique, improving your ear and getting comfortable all over the fretboard. So let's get started. Dominant chord lick number 1. This lick we treat more like a groove. We're describing chord tones because we are on dominant chord, so of course major chord with flat 7. And in second bar we are playing the most important interval for dominant chord. So it's a Triton. You are probably familiar with this kind of sound from blues music, jazz music, and gospel style. So we're gonna play Triton with chromatic approach or half step below. It is, and this slide actually makes this Triton sound quite interesting, funky, and it's very, very popular, especially for bass player, because we can do this slide here, a small slide to the right note. So, how I'm thinking about it? Triton, in general, in the dominant chord, is between the major third and the flat 7. Because this Triton is interesting interval, it's the same between 7 and the third. So it doesn't matter if you hit E and B or B and E. So in this case, the third is on the top here, 7th is on the top. And I wrote it down in two different ways. And I wrote second time play in inversion. During our practice time now, we can set a rule that first time we're gonna play with the third on the top, and during second repetition we're gonna play with the 7 on the top. What is interesting also in this lick, that you're gonna find out that C7 and, for example, G flat 7 has the same notes. In a C it's E and B, yeah? And in G flat 7, we treat it actually, for example, as a F flat 7 and B. So we can call these notes differently, but this is the same, yeah? In theory of music, there is a term called Triton substitution. So actually, it is exactly the same. C and G flat has the same note for Triton. So F, of course, and B will have the same note, A and B flat, and so on, so on. It can be helpful for you. It's good to know it from a theoretical perspective. Okay, let's play it. And we will play it even without any metronome. I will talk and guide you through my thinking process. I'm starting. So the rhythm is quite simple, yeah? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to the major third, so the note is E. I can hit note here and here. Because of the tempo, we will play it in 100 BPM. I will stick with this position, but of course it's good to practice in both positions, yeah? Okay, and in second repetition, I will go to the 7 on the top, so it's note B. And during your practice session, you can say it out loud. It's really good. Okay, C7, I'm going to E. So starting from E flat, I'm going to B, so starting from note A. And in F, I'm going to note A, so from A flat. And in repetition, I will play to note E flat. Or here. Yes? And in chord B7, I'm going to the third, so it's note D. Probably you have noticed that you have to have a little bit of knowledge from theory. I mean, you have to know what is the major third of each chord, how to build dominant chord, how to play them, about different position, and so on, so on. Of course, if you are not familiar with it and you want to practice it like this, just probably you have to write down each note and practice it looking at the PDF, but I think it's really good to know and understand what you are playing. And we have to know what to play. I'm going to D. Yeah? I'm going to A flat. No, sorry, yeah, A flat. E flat. G. Going to D flat. I have to start from C. Yeah, and E flat. And probably you will have to spend, I don't know, hour, few days with this exercise, but it's really good to practice it and actually play it without any rhythm. Just play it. Of course, you can add rhythm, but when you need to stop and think, okay, I'm going to the flat 7, so it's G flat or F sharp. G flat would be more proper. So I'm going from F. Okay, I'm going to the third of the top, so it would be note C. So I'm starting from B. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to D flat 7. So here the third is note F. So I'm going from E to F. I'm going to the 7. It's not actually C flat, we can say, but B would be more natural for us, for thinking. So I'm starting from B flat. Yeah. And after I'm in G flat 7, so I'm going to the third is B flat, so I'm starting from E. It's written here as a double flat, but I'm changing it. It's much easier to think in that way. And I'm going to 7th, so it's not actually F flat, it's E. So I'm starting from E flat to E. And now I'm in B7. So I'm going to note D sharp, so I'm starting from note D. And I'm going to the 7 on the top, so I'm going to note E. I'm going to the 7 on the top, so I'm going to note A, so starting from A flat or G sharp. A7, and I'm going to C sharp, starting from C. The 7 on the top, so I'm starting from F sharp. D, chord D7, so I'm going to F sharp as a third, and I'm going to C, so starting from B. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have the same situation in A flat here. And other chord G7. So I'm going to the third on the top. It's note B, B flat to B, and 7th on the top. So I'm going from note A to note F. If you need it, you can write it down, each ingredients of the chord, like what is the root, what is the major third, what is fifth, what is the seventh, what I have to play it. It's going to be really helpful for you. Now, after playing it a few times, of course, then you can start with 60 BPM or 50, doesn't matter. Try to hit the 100 BPM. I will play with drum loops in 100 BPM right now. So let's start. Now is your turn for practicing, and see you in next video.